Since 1952, Niihau has stood apart as Hawaii's forbidden island, closed to the public and fueling the imaginations of travelers worldwide. Tucked 17 miles southwest of Kauai, across the Kaulakahi Channel, this elusive patch of land remains one of the planet's most inaccessible destinations. For the few who call it home, roughly 170 residents, the Robinson family who own it, and select U.S. Navy personnel and government officials, Niihau is a living relic of Hawaii's past. For everyone else, it's a silhouette on the horizon, a mystery begging to be unraveled. But why is this island so fiercely guarded? The answer lies in its geography, history, and a promise made over 150 years ago. Niihau stretches 18 miles long and 6 miles wide, a modest speck born from an extinct volcano nearly 5 million years ago. A landslide once scarred its eastern flank, leaving behind a rugged landscape that contrasts with Hawaii's lush reputation. The island sits in Kauai's rain shadow, its arid plains baked by sun and softened only by sparse kiawe trees and fleeting rainfall. Yet life persists. Wetlands dot the interior, nurturing native species like the koloa maioli, Hawaiian duck, the aeo, Hawaiian stilt, and the critically endangered Brighemia insignis, a cliff-dwelling plant known as the cabbage on a stick. Along the shores, Hawaiian monk seals called Lioholoika wauwai, or dog that runs in rough water, bask in the sun, their population of about 150, making Niihau a vital nursery for this endangered species. Water, however, remains scarce, a challenge that has shaped the island's story for centuries. When Captain James Cook arrived in 1778, he found Niihau treeless and stark, a far cry from the verdant islands he'd charted elsewhere. Droughts plagued the land. Records note a severe one in 1792, driving some residents to flee in search of food. Decades later, in 1864, the island's fate shifted. Elizabeth Sinclair, a Scottish widow who owned a plantation in New Zealand, purchased Niihau from King Kamehameha V for $10,000 in gold. As the deal was struck, the king offered a parting charge. Niihau is yours, but the day may come when Hawaiians are not as strong here as they are now. When that day comes, please do what you can to help them. Sinclair's descendants, the Robinson family, took this promise to heart, shaping the island's destiny as a sanctuary for its people and their traditions. The Robinsons transformed Niihau over generations. Aubrey Robinson, Sinclair's grandson, planted 10,000 trees annually to coax rainfall from the dry skies, turning barren stretches into habitable land. He also established a cattle ranch, a modest operation that endures today. But their most enduring legacy lies in honoring the king's request. In 1952, during a polio epidemic sweeping Hawaii, the family closed Niihau to outsiders to protect its residents, a decision that stuck, cementing its forbidden status even after the threat subsided. Step onto Niihau, and you step into a time capsule. Hawaiian, or Olelo Hawaii, flows as the primary language, one of the few places on Earth where it thrives in daily use. Residents farm taro, fish the coastal waters, and tend the Robinson Ranch, echoing the kahiki lifestyle of their ancestors. Homes are simple, solar-powered with no running water. Families collect rainwater in barrels for their needs. Motor vehicles are rare, replaced by horses that clop across a roadless expanse. The Robinsons provide free housing, education, and meat, though residents have no legal claim to their homes and can be evicted without notice. A weekly barge from Kauai delivers groceries sent by relatives at no cost, but alcohol, tobacco, and firearms are banned, a rule set by the family long ago. Life here is quiet, but resilient. Bruce Robinson, Aubrey's grandson and current co-owner, once told Good Morning America, Every house has solar power. Every house has its own water system. When hurricanes hit, the rest of the islands took months to recover. Niihau took 3 days. Residents often travel to Kauai for jobs, schools, or medical care, blending their isolated roots with modern ties. Back home, they strum ukuleles, watch pre-downloaded shows on tablets, or linger on beaches where their footprints are the only mark in the sand. "It's beautiful there," Wakea Aloma, a former resident, told HuffPost in 2016. "Everything you need is there." The Robinsons see themselves as stewards, not just owners. "We maintain the island for the people," Bruce explained, continuing the request of the king to care for them the best we can for the rest of time. That duty drives their resistance to outside influence, preserving a way of life under pressure from a changing world. Niihau's isolation has made it a haven for nature as well as culture. The Robinsons document rare plants and protect the Hawaiian monk seal, once hunted by locals for competing with their fisheries, but now a focus of federal conservation efforts. In the 1980s, the family began offering rare helicopter tours to offset the cost of emergency transport for residents. Visitors, flown from Kauai for a 3-hour glimpse, snorkel in pristine waters and roam empty northern beaches. "You notice the peace and quiet," Bruce said. "It's an open, empty beach, no crowds, no tracks." Yet even this low-impact tourism stirs rumors of captives or secrecy, which he dismisses. Locals go back and forth all the time. They're well-traveled, bilingual, modern people. Still, access remains tightly controlled. Mick Jagger once sought to land his helicopter on Niihau. The Robinsons said no. "We've turned down requests from people about to die, wanting to see the last place they haven't been," Bruce told Good Morning America. To Kauai neighbors, Niihau is a distant outline against the sunset. To Mike Fay, who grew up nearby, it's more a silent sentinel across the ocean, guarding us from the wide open beyond. Niihau defies the modern world, a cattle ranch, a cultural stronghold, an ecological refuge. The Robinsons shrug at the fascination it inspires. "It's just a little ranch, we operate our own way," Helen Robinson told the New York Times in 1970. Yet its significance endures. In 2013, Bruce pleaded with lawmakers to protect it, saying, "There's an inner peace here the outside world has lost. The rest of the islands have lost it. Niihau is the last place it remains." For now, this forbidden island thrives in seclusion, a testament to a promise kept and a past preserved.